hole in the door, and now there's a waiting room with the chairs on the sidewalk. And these days, the buses almost never catch on fire. Sometimes they do. Okay, we're going to continue down Bowery here. You'll see one of our general visions here on the right side. This is Bowery vision. You'll see it's all lit up here. In the front, you'll see this beautiful stained glass window. This window was designed by the Union Company. A beautiful stained glass window there. You've heard of Tiffany lamps. That is the same Tiffany that did those beautiful stained glass lamps. He was an artist who did stained glass windows and lamps. He donated that to stained glass window to the Bowery Missionary. So take a look here on your right-hand side on the corner. This is this building. This is where the Chinatown YMCA is. They zoned this whole area for educational purposes, and they were hoping that they were going to build a school here. That didn't happen, but it's still sort of got to their guts and said it must be used for education. So when the YMCA wanted to put rooms in here, they said, okay, that's okay, because you learn things at the YMCA, right? They had classes. That's where I learned how to swim. Not in Chinatown, but up in Texas. Also, you'll see the University Settlement. This is a school that teaches foreigners how to become American. But you'll also see where it says Whole Foods here. Now, when Whole Foods wanted to go in here, they said, no, you can't do that. It's only for educational purposes only. And Whole Foods said, well, what if we put classrooms in our Whole Foods? And so he said, okay, that's a good idea. That's something we can live with. So that's what they did. They put classrooms in the Whole Foods, and that's how they were able to get around that little loophole of education. So now we're in the East Village. Now this neighborhood has used to be part of what they call the Lower East Side, right? That immigrant neighborhood. And this is what they used to call Klein Deutschland, which means Little Germany in German. But by the 1950s, most of those German immigrants had moved out, and a new group of people started to move in, and those were hippies. Now, hippies liked the idea of Greenwich Village, right over to the west side there, but even in the 1950s, Greenwich Village started to become pretty expensive, so they moved over here into the East Village, where things were, or the Lower East Side here, where things were a little bit more affordable. They started to change it up. They opened up these bookstores, these record shops, and these clothing stores. So finally, by the 1970s, they were calling this the East Village because it had much more in common with Greenwich Village than it did with all of those immigrant neighborhoods of those years before. Well, back in the 1980s, a couple of these aging hippies decided to go ahead and buy their apartment. But then, about 3 years ago, a developer wanted to buy the entire block here. These ladies would not sell. They did not want their neighborhood to change. So this developer had to buy the apartments around them and build around their apartment. Take a look here on your right. It's the building that has this mural on the side of it. Look on the corner here. They sold their land. I mean, they sold their apartment and they built on their land. But they would not sell. They have those upper two floors here with the air conditioner sticking out here. Wouldn't sell. And they have a roof around it. On the right-hand side here, this is the Cooper Union Building. This is the newest Cooper Union Building here. They are known for their architectural schools, so that's why you'll see it's